Well, hello, old friends, and welcome back to the channel. Good news, it's time for Babylon 5, this time Season 4, Episode 9, Atonement. Woo, friends, after the Illusion of Truth, the last episode that was it was the most frustrating episode I have watched of Babylon 5. I am hoping to atone for my own mood that I had after that one and get back into the beauty and grandeur that is this masterpiece by JMS. I cannot wait to see what he does with this episode, so wait no longer, we shall. If you could do me a quick favor though and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for Babylon 5 or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear, dear friends, all that is then and this is now. And what is now? Now it's Babylon 5 time as we watch Season 4, Episode 9, Atonement. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go.
Can't take much more of this.
Just a little longer. It is necessary.
Yeah, says who?
Mr. Allen, you are now the head of security.
Oh, my man.
The stitching on the center panel is Zerka thread. It's very difficult to obtain. It's grown on a few small ceremonial plants in Minbar.
It still itches.
It still itches.
Oh, yeah. I should listen to Minbari about fashion. Ow! Hey! She did that on purpose.
Yes, I believe she did.
Yes, I believe she did. I love Zach.
Your problem with the new uniform
It's
is not the new uniform, is it?
It's the mantle. It's what it represents.
I just feel like if I take his uniform, I'm admitting the chief's never coming back to his job.
He's never coming back.
And if Mr. Garibaldi does not take back his job?
He will. He will.
Well then, Zach, you keep his seat warm for him.
But were I in your position, I would tell Sheridan the truth. He should know that if the dreaming does not go well, you will not be allowed to return to him.
Okay, what nonsense do we have to do now?
It was the year of fire.
Oh, they're telling us about the beginning of the year of fire and all that great stuff. I think we've entered into the frustrating era of Babylon 5, where after this massive victory, now the reality of everything starts creeping back in. The things that people pushed back because of the war.
The year is 2261. The place?
Babylon 5. You know, the war, everybody put a lot of this kind of like personal political stuff on pause because you had to. I mean, we were in a intergalactic war, interstellar war. But goodness gracious, now, all kinds of problems. Minbari coming forward, the dreaming. We got a political hatchet piece done in last episode by ISN. Oh, God.
Come on over here.
Commander, maintenance wants to know when you can meet with them about equipment shortages.
Tell them we'll have to do it tomorrow. The Drazi ambassador invited me to some religious festival.
I was going to say, that's why she's wearing the green. Oh, my God, I love it.
There we go. Local anesthetic still holding out?
More or less.
More or less, wow.
Just as long as it isn't in backwards. I've peered into my own soul more than enough.
We're going to lower the lights now, so don't worry if you can't see much at first.
That's awesome.
Now, open your eyes slowly. Take your time.
Oh, awesome. He's got one blue eye. I guess because it would be made for humans, right?
Can you see me?
Yes. Not as well as before, but yes, I can see you.
Nice job, Franklin. Let's just hope that there's not like a camera in here that like Earth Force has put in.
It's not my proper color.
Well, I can take care of that. We'll continue to adjust it over the next couple of weeks as you get used to it. Now,
It's not my proper color.
This can be removed.
yes. The area behind it is completely sealed, so it is safe. Just wash the eye carefully before you put it back in.
It can work outside of me.
But that's something we can use, like a literal eye spy. Oh, that shit's coming into play, friends.
I need to talk to you about a few things, and bring Marcus with you.
Will do.
Oh, good. We haven't seen Marcus for a while.
Very interesting indeed.
He's already effing with it. Susan?
What the?
Don't even ask.
Why do you have a cane, Susan? That was awesome. I so want to know what happened in that room. Aye, Poppy.
I was just going to
I don't remember.
nowhere. I can't wait for a little while.
As I told you, it is tradition for Minbari to spend 3 nights together. The female
Watches and the male sleeps until his true face is revealed, I know.
Did they get 2 nights into it before Anna appeared last time? I thought so.
Our first night together was on the White Star. Our second in your quarters before you left for Zachadum.
Oh, they don't have to be consecutive. Okay.
I've got late meetings.
I can wait.
John, you need to cancel those meetings. Speaking as a friend.
Tomorrow. I may be there for some time.
I may be there forever.
No, just some old business I must attend to, but,
Be honest, Delenn.
I'll be here at 7 for dinner.
That was the most soap opera turn I've seen on Babylon 5.
President Clark's been beating the crap out of us with this propaganda war. The problem with the big lie is that if you repeat it long enough, people start to believe it, and we can't let that happen.
Too late, brother.
They're trying to provoke us into moving before we're ready.
I know, but if we wait too long, we won't be able to move at all. They'll have wiped out whatever credibility we have left.
It's too late, man. That story's out and running.
Well, if we can't go through them, let's go around them. Establish some alternate lines of communication and transit.
I'd go through the religious leaders, that group that we had before.
I need you to meet with our allies in the Mars colony. Start coordinating things. Make sure they are ready to help, and then let them know where we stand.
With all direct shipping routes cut off, we'll have to take the long way round. Change ships every other day to prevent anyone from becoming suspicious. Figure it's going to take two and a half weeks each way.
Better get going.
Wow. I like this group. I like these 2 guys are an awesome team.
I saw that report on ISN about your father being missing. Now, I know Mars is a long way away, but since we're there, I thought I could ask some questions.
No.
He doesn't want to know.
If they had my dad, they'd have said so. Found some way to use him against me. But they didn't. So that means he's still free.
Or dead, John, or dead.
Good luck.
Wouldn't it make more... I guess we'd be picked up if we took a White Star into, like, the Sol system. Because we should be able to jump in without using the gate, but I'm sure that would pop us up. You're not going to leave him without him being able to say goodbye, are you? Oh, Delenn.
I wondered if you were going to leave without telling me.
Oh, man. You weren't going to tell Lanier?
You will learn things about me that may change your opinion of me.
Delenn, I have pledged myself to your side. Come fire or storm or darkness or death. Can understanding be a greater danger?
In this case, yes.
He's still coming.
They're waiting for us.
He truly, truly loves her. I always get scared that Lanier, even though he has never exhibited anything like this, that Lanier would become jealous of John, resentful of John, maybe. He's never exhibited anything like that, though, so... This is called The Dreaming. I think that's what they said, The Dreaming.
Delenn, you understand why you have been brought here to stand before your clan.
Oh, her clan.
No Minbari has ever taken an off-worlder as lover or mate. It has been forbidden since our people first made contact with other species. You made yourself genetically compatible with the humans and have now embraced one of them as a prospective mate.
Okay.
We must determine if it is the calling of your heart or something else.
What else could there be?
That is what we must discover. If we decide to end your relationship with the human, you must give us your word that you will honor our decision.
We are Minbari for Minbari. Let's refer to the teachings of Valen.
Why you have done this, and if it is truly the right thing for you and for our world.
Can we go back to war?
Love him. Is that not enough?
No. You must convince us on other grounds.
Huh?
You may find you have reasons for what you are doing that you do not even realize. You may even find that they are the wrong reasons.
I was cross-examined by Jack the Ripper. Do your worst.
Is there a second who will stay with her through the dreaming, protect her and guide her?
I will.
Then we will prepare the Whisper Gallery.
The Whisper Gallery? Boy, you all are... What should we call it? The auditorium? No, something more pretentious. The Whisper Gallery? Bingo! Promotion for you! I joke. I actually love the Minbari. Woo! That some bitch has got some kick coming off of it. Hit. The LSD has.
You have entered the dreaming before.
It was.
She has.
I was protector and guide for another.
Oh, she hasn't done it for judgment.
Dukat.
Dukat.
He who was the greatest of us. I was an acolyte. I was inexperienced.
Man, her relationship with Dukat should get her as much, like, leash as you would give anybody ever in the history. This is the problem. We were talking about it. Oh my God, is that Dukat?
I didn't mean to intrude. You were not breathing.
Of course I was. Sit beside me.
I'm going to say this again, and you all know what I'm going to say. I say this every single time. I love her as full Minbari. I don't know why.
You have a proud heritage, Dylan of Mir. Prouder than you know.
Dylan of Mir? I don't know if we ever knew that. I don't know if I did.
Walk with me in the dreaming, Dylan.
This is interesting. So it's sort of like a vision quest type of thing? What ships are those? Okay, so that must be back in the Earth Minbari War, because that's where Dukat died, right?
Dylan, I'm here, Dylan. I won't leave you.
No matter what?
No matter what.
Stay with her, Linear. Keep her centered, like you always do, brother. He came forward with her gun ports open, right?
Master.
And King Arthur shot, as ordered to. God, I love the Grey Council. So effing cool. We are Grey.
Have you ever before stood in the presence of the Grey Council, Dylan?
No, Master.
And do you consider yourself their equal in wisdom, judgment, maturity, and intelligence?
No. No, of course not. Master, if I said or did anything...
You will speak when you are at rest.
Oh, I just love her as a full Minbari.
We have from time to time heard of a race known as humans. The Centauri have had dealings with them for some time.
Great shot.
Do we establish contact with these humans? They have each said no, all for different reasons. Would you like to hear them?
Perhaps another might be better suited to...
The correct answer is yes. And the warrior caste says we should have nothing to do with violent, inferior cultures. They are a waste of our time and resources.
Awesome.
I'm not qualified to judge.
You are an acolyte, 10 years out of temple, with a head full of notions you've been trained to think and believe.
A head full of notions. I love that.
Valen said, the greatest enemy is the one you do not know. You can predict the actions of those who are familiar to you. If we do not know these humans, then they're a mystery to us. If the universe puts a mystery in front of us as a gift, politeness requires that we at least try to solve it.
Aha! Ministers and counselors and warriors. And not one of you has the sense of curiosity of a simple acolyte.
A simple acolyte.
Smug in your complacency that you have lost the simplest of joys, that of the child and the closed box.
Simplest of joys, the child in the closed box. I love that.
Continue your meditations. We'll discuss this again tomorrow.
I wish there was a way they could have done that where the lights went off and you just didn't see him anymore.
Will you make contact?
No. The council will be even more determined now. I could override their decision, but nothing would be served. Authority should never be used as a club, Dylan.
He can override the council.
You have embarrassed them. I apologize for that. In my anger, I believe I may have caused you more problems in the future.
Great. Thanks, man.
I will teach you myself. We'll begin your training tomorrow, after the council has once again explained its wisdom to me. Where this will all end, I don't know.
In fire. That's a great shot.
It always is.
One last time. Make it 3. I miss Minbari Dylan.
I stand between the darkness and the light. Between the candle
and the star.
And the star.
Has that never happened before? I mean, there was a very noticeable reaction there, which is for a Minbari, might as well be like a shout.
When I touched the Triluminary, it glowed briefly. From your reaction, may I assume that it hasn't done that before?
It confirms something I've suspected for some time.
What's that?
The Triluminaries were a gift from Valen. They came to us from long ago, 1,000 years in our past. Now that you are with the Grey Council, you should know I did not choose you by accident. There was a purpose in my selection. Your heritage. Come.
Your heritage? Please, he's gonna die now. Son of a bitch.
Soul Hunters.
Soul Hunters come only where there's great death.
Close the gun ports!
If we do not provoke them...
Dear God.
Somebody help me! Help me!
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yours is the deciding vote, Dylan.
He was the best of us. They struck without provocation. There was no reason. Animals!
She's gonna vote for war.
Strike them down! Follow them to the base and kill them, all of them! No mercy! No mercy! No mercy!
I get it.
The council was divided.
It was her
Mine
vote.
was the deciding vote.
Yeah, not her order.
Is this what you were afraid I would see? Then you were not thinking clearly, Dylan. The fault is not yours.
Right.
You were...
The one who gave the order. Nothing can change that, Lanier.
The Soul Hunters were there. God, JMS remembers everything. Shit, that's so cool. All the way back from episode 2.
Word of the attack has spread throughout Minbar. Our people have gone mad with grief and rage. We told them, no mercy.
Her heritage, I'm wondering if she's not some type of descendant of Jeff's.
And it is only our rage that gives us purpose any longer. That rage cannot be stopped. It can only exhaust itself in blood.
Okay.
And that is why you have agreed to become one with Sheridan. You're still grieving for your actions.
No, Lanier.
But we cannot lie about the dreaming. And when we tell them what the dreaming has shown us, this is what they will say. And that is what they will believe.
Yeah, he's prepping you. He's basically giving you questions that they're going to say.
The dreaming is finished. You must rest now. In the morning, you will tell us what you have seen. Then we will render our decision.
If this doesn't go the way you want it, Dylan, you've got one ace up your sleeve. Valen was a human.
Somebody help me! Help me!
He did say more. She didn't remember it? She's going back in.
Dylan, what are you doing?
Going back in.
Going back.
This cannot be allowed. The dreaming is over. We must now wait until morning.
Bitch, please, I'm going back in.
Do you want to know the truth? Then come and see. Touch and feel what I have seen. Then you'll understand.
Give me some of that good shit. he changed his tune real quick, didn't he? Oh, I get to have some? Okay, I'm coming. Everything's fine.
Take it. There's nothing to fear in the dreaming. Only that which we bring with us.
We're going on a trip, buddy.
Somebody help me! Help!
We need to hear what he has to say here.
Listen.
There was a purpose in my selection. Your heritage.
Listen.
You are a child of Valen.
Did you hear?
I heard. A child of Valen.
Oh man, I love that.
Valen, who created the Great Council, defeated the Shadows. A Minbari not born of Minbari. We know was Jeffrey Sinclair, a human who became Minbari.
You're saying that in front of him?
Little is known of his activities after the war. Even his death remains a mystery. His body never found. Human DNA entered into our race. And over 1,000 years, how many of our people carry his legacy?
They cannot be counted.
He already knows.
You would destroy the purity of our race. I could not let it happen again.
But our race is not pure. Many of our people carry human DNA in our blood and in our cells.
You might be too, buddy.
Delenn, I beg of you. If others knew of this, it would cause great confusion. It must remain secret for the good of everyone.
You demanded I show you a reason.
You have it. Lanier gave him that look like, say something, dude.
It was our tradition long ago, when we still warred amongst ourselves. The victorious side gave a female of its clan to the one that lost, that suffered the most deaths, as a symbol of life. I can explain this to our people as a similar offering to the humans who died during our war.
That was the whatever floats your boat, buddy.
Is everything all right back home? Did you take care of whatever it was you were going to deal with there?
Yes. Everything's fine now.
Took care of everything. Had some good drugs. I'm good.
Well, we figured they'd be out of touch, though. You know, knowing those two guys, they're probably stopping off to see the sights. Turning it into a real vacation.
Cut to whatever horrific thing has befallen these two.
Is this really the best ship you could find?
Yes.
Yes.
Marcus, this is the kind of conversation that can only end in a gunshot.
Would you like me to sing instead?
No.
You haven't heard me.
Marcus, please.
I am the very model of a modern Major General. I have information vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England, and I quote the facts historical from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I am very well acquainted with matters mathematical. I understand equations.
All right, everyone, we just finished watching Babylon 5, Season 4, Episode 9, Atonement. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished Atonement, the 9th episode of the 4th season of Babylon 5. I apologize, too. My stomach is rumbling in case anybody hears it. Apparently, it's time for breakfast. I always record these in the morning, friends. All right, everybody. So, goodness, with this one, too much information, right, Greg? For this one, again, we speculated this in the past. You know, I talked about it a couple times that with Jeff going back and becoming Valen and then going forward, the speculation was always there that maybe Delenn was a descendant of Jeff's, which I'm so glad they confirmed. I think that was an awesome thing. Because I didn't know if there was ever any confirmation of that. I know that I had thought that, and then I had actually read something somewhere. Not that it hinted towards it or anything like that, but it was like a recap of like one of the season 1 episodes or something like that. And it kind of sparked my interest in it again just recently. And I was racking my brain trying to figure out where that was. But anyway, that had been something that had continued to pop up, the heritage of Delenn. And I'm so glad that it was confirmed like this, because I think that is just an incredible story beat. It's so well done. But we learned a little bit more about Valen in that we don't know how he died. If he died, there was never a body that was recovered. Oh, I love the idea that somewhere, somewhen, some way out there, Jeffrey Sinclair as Valen is still affecting change across the universe. I love the idea. Again, just leave it like that. We're not sure how, when, if he ever left this plane of existence, and if he did or if he didn't. Somehow, some way, the legend that is Jeffrey Sinclair and Valen continues to grow in the minds and of the audience, of the Minbari. Oh, I love it. I really like seeing Dukat too. I like understanding exactly what the relationship was there between Delenn and Dukat. I thought it was really, really well done. Him knowing that she was, again, he said that it wasn't happenstance that I picked you out of the acolyte pool, where we kind of knew who you were. And I love that too, because it's an interesting way that the Minbari culture, while seemingly so like pristine and intellectual and kind of like above it all type of things, like they've achieved a higher state of being. In many ways, I've heard people too compare the Minbari to the Vulcans in that sort of kind of like higher level of thought, higher existence, way you carry yourself. And again, I don't really necessarily see those comparisons too much, because the Vulcans have a very to compare the Vulcans to the Minbari, the knee jerk there is to say that they're both not emotional, and I don't feel that's the case whatsoever. Again, with the Vulcans are emotional. They just suppress their emotions. And I think we've seen plenty of examples of, not necessarily emotion driven, but the Minbari are fully capable of experiencing emotion. And also they're not like, they don't follow logic or anything of that nature. They have a very interesting culture, a very interesting sort of command structure or leadership type of situation. I didn't realize that Dukat had the ability to overrule the Grey Council, though. I thought that Dukat was kind of like an equal voice to the Grey Council, where like if the council decided on something, it was almost like they had to check in with Dukat, and vice versa. Dukat had to check with the Grey Council. Everybody's kind of sort of in agreement, and then we can proceed on a course of action. But with Dukat having like veto power over the Grey Council, that's something very interesting, because that's a structure I didn't really anticipate that with the Minbari. I know they had a singular leader in Dukat. I didn't realize he was a singular voice too. That's very, very different than what I had understood the command structure, or the whatever the governmental structure would be at that time. Very, very interesting. And again, that scene with Delenn, kill them all, no mercy, what they did to Dukat, I completely understand that. We've had the flip side of that one, a late delivery from Avalon. I mean, we saw the incredible grief that our King Arthur was carrying, because he was ordered to fire the shot. You can say Delenn was directly responsible for the war. Again, that's not the case. She was a vote among what would be 5. Her and 4 other people voted for, this attack or whatever. And again, it was heat of the moment. It was all just a terrible, terrible mistake. And here we go. I do think the most interesting part of all that isn't that Delenn, was the deciding vote with all of this. I think the most interesting part of this one was that there was on the table an idea for an overture to the humans, which would have it very likely prevented the war. You know what I mean? Because if they had reached out and it wasn't just like a happenstance that, these 2 races met in the middle of space, if they would, the Minbari had reached out and said, however they could do it, universal translator, language understanding, whatever it would happen to be, an overture of peace and diplomacy. Here's our language codex. You send us your language's codex. We'll be able to begin to communicate, open up a line of dialogue. In all likelihood, if you had gone that approach, the gun ports being open wouldn't have been. And again, that was really a knee-jerk reaction too, to have those gun ports open, because we saw that before when they were coming to pick up. They were arriving with their gun ports open. It's a ceremonial thing. I mean, it's been done in the past, but again, it's just a perfect storm of misunderstanding started everything. Sometimes you just can't get away from that. Couple super cool things we saw here. Obviously, we had Marcus and Franklin off to Mars to conscript help. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work or how that's going to go. It sort of makes us look like terrorists again, like we're actually going to go after Earth. We had an open line of communication as far as being able to get to the populace and our religious leaders that we had. You know, we need to get Brother Theo in here, and I can't remember the Reverend's name, who was so awesome, who came in there and taught everybody everything. And during, wasn't that the same moment that we had the fall of Lord Rifa? I mean, it was really well done, but they were giving us information. You would think that we would be able to send it back the other way and have the religious leaders, maybe not overtly or like during like a congregational meeting or anything like that, but you know, in private. No, 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 this is what I've heard. No, 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 this is the counsel that I'm providing. I think that is a really, really good way to get to the voices, the ears that you want to hear. You know, you don't want to, you're never going to convince Clark or Clark's people, and probably not most of the military at this point. But if you have enough people that are close to you, that you respect, religious leaders fit directly into that category, it would be wonderful for them to be able to, and they probably are, but to be able to actually give information. No, 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 this is what really happened during that ISN report. That would have worked. A couple other things that we had that definitely are coming back in the future. Jakar's eye. 1,000% that's coming back in the future. That was one of the most overt foreshadowing moments that we've had from JMS, where we actually saw Jakar looking at himself with the eye. Oh boy, hell yeah. He's going to be able to use that to spy on people. He's going to be able to use that to record or potentially, you know, there's a million different applications for that. That is definitely coming into play at some point. I would be utterly stunned if we didn't see that eye come into play at some point in the future. That's great. Great story beat. Put a pin in that, friends. We're going to be plucking that pin out of the board here anytime. At some point, now JMS, Christ, it could be the last episode of the series. We're going to see it though. No pun intended. And I think the last thing I'd like to talk about is the dreaming. I think that's a really cool concept, especially since it's like a shared, almost a shared memory, a shared retrospective. You know, again, it's a very interesting way if somebody can jump into your mind and see the way that you remember things and act as a guide like Delenn did for Dukat. You know, we brought in the other Minbari who was pissed, and you know, we had Lanier there as well, who were able to bear witness to what was actually said by Dukat. The biggest takeaway from me for that one is whatever is said inside the dreaming, that was taken as gospel. It wasn't, there was no thoughts that this could be manipulated. There were no thoughts that what we were experiencing inside Delenn's mind wasn't the truth, at least as Delenn saw it, or as she perceived it. You know what I mean? She believes it. If she says she believes it, we have to believe her because we saw literally the same thing. I think that's amazing because one, that is a great way to be able to build trust among people. I can understand why Delenn had to go in before the Great Council and things like that. That makes perfect sense. So you know where everybody stands, where, you know, if there's ever a really big problem or somebody can't remember something, or, I mean, there's so many applications for that. I just think it's a really interesting ceremony, technology, whatever you want to call it. Medical procedure. I mean, it's interesting. It's very, very cool, and I like it very much. And it seems so fitting for the Minbari culture. You know what I mean? That's sort of like known for their truthfulness. There is behind all of that, you know, a Minbari can't lie. You have the shit you drink out of this cup to go into the dreaming, which certainly is a little bit counter to Minbari can't lie. It's like Minbari can't lie because we can tell if they're lying. You know what I mean? Oh, my dear friends. Just when you think Babylon 5, let me be very clear before I make this statement. Babylon 5 never slows down. But sometimes you think to yourself, I think I can catch my breath in this episode. We're getting some great information. Nothing seems to be too dire, at least in the very moment. We're learning cool things about Jeff and Jakar's eye and the dreaming and all this great stuff. But the fact of the matter is this, is that Babylon 5 never slows down. What they're doing right now is just like what we see in the theater. The players have taken their positions on the stage as we begin Act 2, and the curtain is slowly coming up. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's time for Babylon 5 or any of our sci-fi fare. Sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now unfortunately it's time for us to say goodbye from Babylon 5. So where should we say goodbye from? Because as always, we are members of the Greek chorus. We are the ones that continue to spread the tale of JMS, bring in potentially new people that haven't seen that, and say, hey, you really need to check out Babylon 5. And thus we spread the story. And a reward for being a vitally important part of the narrative, my friends, is our ability to jump back into the episode we just watched and say goodbye from a favored scene. So when I saw this one, I knew where we were saying goodbye from. Friends, let me present this cup for you. Take a drink, I will as well, and we will enter the dreaming. What we find there, Valen only knows. Until such time as we can continue this magnificent tale, goodbye, old friends, and I'll see you.